Welcome to 10 NFL Rules You Didn't Know About Part 2 on Kickoff Zone, where the gridiron's obscure regulations come to light. In Part 1, we delved into baffling rules, and today, the exploration intensifies. As we dive into 10 more enigmatic rules, the revelations will astonish. Your anticipation will crescendo till we unveil the rule at number 1. So stick around and let's traverse the lesser-known corridors of the NFL's rulebook together. Number 10. Heisman's Trickery. Unearth the ingenious spirit of the NFL with the Fumble Rooski, a trick play conceived by the brilliant mind of Coach John Heisman. Typically, an offensive player, usually the quarterback, slyly places the ball on the ground, orchestrating a scene of deception. As the defense scurries in one direction, another player seizes the ball, darting in a different direction to clinch crucial yardage. Yet the NFL rules have morphed over time. The initial play, dubbed an intentional forward fumble, has been prohibited for nearly 50 years. However, a legal nuance remains. If the quarterback places the ball behind him, the play endures. This rule tweak epitomizes the NFL's fluid rulebook, incessantly adapting to harmonize fair competition with inventive gameplay. Number 9. No kicking, or else. In the NFL, handing the ball to fans post-scoring is a cherished tradition and a safety measure promoting positive player-fan interactions. Notably, players like Cam Newton have made this gesture a hallmark, especially for young fans. Conversely, throwing or kicking a ball into the stands is prohibited, as it poses safety risks. Such actions could lead to fans scrambling or colliding, potentially causing injuries. To enforce safety, the NFL fines players for such actions. These fines vary, but are reported to be around $7,210 for the first offense and escalate to approximately $12,360 for subsequent offenses. These fines underline the NFL's dedication to ensuring a safe and enjoyable game day experience for all fans. Number 8. Echoes of the enemy. In the NFL's combative arenas, the disconcerting signals rule emerges as a sportsmanship emblem. This rule bars defensive players from mimicking the quarterback's cadence, averting premature snaps or false starts that could thwart the offense's momentum. Picture a linebacker crafting a deceptive vocal mimicry, akin to the quarterback's calls, tricking the offense into an early move. It's scorned in the NFL. A transgression of this rule previously incurred a 15-yard penalty, urging players toward sportsmanlike conduct amidst fierce rivalry. However, the penalty has been reduced to 5 yards, underscoring the NFL's evolving stance on fair play. This rule exemplifies the NFL's commitment to maintaining honor and integrity on the gridiron, embodying sportsmanship even in heated competition. Number 7. The QB pocket exception. In the NFL, the intentional grounding rule curtails quarterbacks from recklessly ditching the ball to dodge a sack, yet harbors a lesser-known nuance: the pocket exception. Defined from tackle to tackle along the scrimmage line, the pocket, when escaped by the quarterback, relaxes this rule. If the quarterback, now outside this pocket, hurls the ball away, crossing the line of scrimmage, no penalty flags are thrown. This exception grants quarterbacks a tactical respite amid the chaos of oncoming defenders, injecting a dash of strategy into the heat of relentless defensive pressure. Number 6. Kickoff Conundrum. Dive into the NFL's strategic depth with this rule. If a kickoff sails out of bounds untouched by the receiving team, possession starts at the 40-yard line, not the 20. This deters teams from avoiding returns by kicking out of bounds, shifting the game's dynamics. In a quirky scenario, if the returner steps out of bounds, reaches back onto the field and grabs the ball, it's ruled out of bounds, granting possession at the 40-yard line again. This rule, among others, showcases the NFL's detailed rulebook, ensuring a fair competitive balance while adding an unpredictability element to the game. Number 5. Pop-up Pitfall. The NFL unveiled a rule against pop-up kicks in 2023, bolstering player safety. In this technique, the ball is booted into the ground, springing up high, akin to a tee kickoff. Due to the high concussion risk, the NFL discouraged this tactic, promoting instead the safer alternative of fair catches on kickoffs. Although similar rules are in place in high school football, the NFL's adoption underscores its commitment to minimizing injuries while maintaining the game's competitive essence. This rule also led to a significant reduction in kickoff returns, showcasing the NFL's proactive stance in safeguarding players while tweaking the game's dynamics for the better. Number 4. Touchdown Tango. NFL celebrations, a game day spectacle, bring a fun, personal touch to the gridiron. However, a fine line exists between celebrating and unsportsmanlike conduct. Players can dance, provided it's not sexually suggestive, celebrate spontaneously with teammates, and spike or spin the ball unless aimed at an opponent. On the contrary, actions mimicking violent acts, choreographed or sexually suggestive dances, and prop use are flagged. Intriguingly, in 2017, the NFL relaxed celebration rules, permitting group celebrations, using the ball as a prop, and celebrating on the ground, undoubtedly elevating the on-field fun, showcasing the NFL's balanced approach towards maintaining sportsmanship while allowing players to express themselves joyfully. Number 3. A tactical fumble. In the NFL, strategy is everything, but there's a fine line between clever play calling and bending the rules. One such boundary is the prohibition of back-to-back timeouts during the same dead ball period. According to the NFL rulebook, each team may be granted a charged team timeout during the same dead ball period, but a second charged team timeout by either team during the same dead ball period is prohibited. Normally, the penalty for attempting this maneuver is a 5-yard delay of game charge. However, there's a quirky exception. Coach Joe Gibbs was once slapped with a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty for trying to ice the kicker with consecutive timeouts, showcasing a unique enforcement of this rule. So, while trying to outsmart the opposition is the name of the game, there are limits to how far you can push the play clock. Number 2. Rip Roaring Run. Back in the disco era of the 1970s, Cleveland Browns running back Greg Pruitt introduced a game-changing tactic that soon shook the NFL's grounds. Pruitt donned tearaway jerseys, a sneaky attire that ripped apart with ease, leaving tacklers clutching at threads while he sprinted away. His strategy was simple. It's hard to tackle what you can't hold on to. However, as Pruitt danced past opponents, the NFL realized the need for a level playing field. In 1979, the Greg Pruitt rule was born, outlawing tearaway jerseys. It was the end of an era for Pruitt, yet his legacy was forever stitched into the NFL's fabric, symbolizing the perpetual clash between innovation and regulation. Number 1. To catch or not to catch. In the realms of NFL, the 1999 NFC Championship game is not just a memory, but a cornerstone that reshaped a crucial aspect of the game. It's the day the Bert Emanuel rule was born. As the Tampa Bay Buccaneers clashed against the St. Louis Rams, wide receiver Bert Emanuel made a critical 13-yard catch that seemed to breathe hope into the Buccaneers' dreams of reaching Super Bowl 34. But upon review, the catch was overturned, stirring a whirlwind of controversies. The NFL, facing a barrage of discussions, revisited the catch rule. This led to the birth of the Bert Emanuel rule, clarifying what constitutes a completed catch, a change resonating through football's echelons down to college, high school, and youth football organizations. This rule was a precursor to the Calvin Johnson rule, emphasizing the evolving nature of NFL rules amid unyielding debates. Our excursion into the NFL's rulebook has unveiled fascinating stories, showcasing the game's ever-evolving nature. Each rule narrates a unique tale, reflecting football's continuous quest for fairness and thrill. Here at Kickoff Zone, we unravel football's heart, one rule at a time. Now it's your turn to dive in. Were you aware of these rules? Which one piqued your curiosity? Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to Kickoff Zone for more enthralling football narratives, and share this video with fellow gridiron enthusiasts. Let's keep the football fervor aflame, one rule at a time.